This is the Sinharaja rainforest in southeast Sri Lanka. Came here from Colombo because it's a great place to reflect on what's going on with the future of forests on our lovely planet. There's good news and there's lots of bad news, but it has got both sides of the equation, because while we have real problems with the amount of deforestation and the speed of it, it's one of those problems we can actually solve relatively easily, believe it or not. So this place is really special for two reasons. The biodiversity in particular, so 60% of all the plant species here are completely unique to the area. In just a short trek through here, we've seen monkeys, insects, butterflies, reptiles, snakes, fish, all kinds of lizards that are completely unique to this part of the planet. So it's one of the world's biosphere hotspots, or biodiversity hotspots. Really, really special. So we need this stuff for biodiversity, and we need it, of course, because of our carbon emissions and our global warming problem. And it's one of the things that keeps me awake at night, is deforestation. Give you a sense of the scale of the problem on our planet. I did some numbers a year ago, and the net deforestation rate at the moment is about 20 American football fields every minute. So that's about 30,000 every single day. So it gives you a sense of just how bad the problem is. It has been accelerating, not decelerating, in the last couple of decades, which is also highly problematic. But on the positive side, we can solve it. In fact, we could feed the entire population of this planet through to peak population without cutting down one more tree if we just did two things. If we just ate less meat, because 80% of the land we're clearing, 80% of this planet's arable land is used for 20% of the calories. And the other one, much bigger in fact, is just to reduce the level of waste, because about 40% of the food we're farming and growing is wasted somewhere between the beginning of the supply chain and the dinner table. That's monstrous, and it's huge, and it is very, very solvable. In fact, if we only manage to cut that in half through more efficiencies in our supply chains and through better habits as consumers in the wealthier countries, then we can feed the planet through peak population, again, without cutting down one more tree. There are other opportunities, obviously, in packaging. Half the paper products on this planet end up in packaging, which is a one-way street. The way we use timber on a non-recyclable basis, any sort of chipboard furniture, which is very popular on the planet at the moment today, is non-reusable. It ends up being thrown away when it gets old or takes in moisture. There's lots of things we can do, but the two around agriculture are the biggest. The other little bit of good news is that we are reforesting on a net basis parts of our planet. So whilst deforestation is concentrated in the tropics, where biodiversity is greatest, and this is where we need to keep this stuff the most, in some countries we've managed to actually increase the net amount of forest. So that includes the United States. It includes England, and in particular Scotland, parts of France. We've been increasing the forest cover, doing it very successfully, and other countries as well. So we can reforest if we just sort of take the pressure off. Anyway, that's my thought for the day, and also big kudos to Sri Lanka for having this amazing preserve. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's been that way since 1978. And again, one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. And Sri Lanka hasn't had an easy time of it these last couple of decades. Economically, things have been tough the last couple of years, and things are coming good at the moment. So they're beautiful people, beautiful place, and they're doing amazing things preserving this forest for us on this planet.